Welcome to Tiki Central, Canada. Ever wonder what's in that cool, refreshing drink that you just have to have on that hot summer's day? Me too. Picture a man going on a journey beyond sight and sound. He has left society. He has entered Tiki Central with palm trees, beach sand, blue skies, and God, get me a drink now. Here are your hosts, Craig and Cam, and their wacky views in drinks, life, and maybe information.
Hey folks, and hey, how we doing? It's Craig here from Tiki Central Canada, and I'll be your bartender, mixologist, and hopefully information for the hour. We'll see. And also we have Paola, my co-host. How we doing today? She is super happy today, and explain exactly why you are super happy today.
Because we have a very special guest.
And by who is our special guest?
My fiance, Justin, finally.
She has a smile from ear to ear. It's hilarious. And she's getting all like, as if like a kid getting a gift.
That's because maybe I love him.
Hi, Justin. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Oh, no. Thank you for coming. It's awesome. We always like having people on the show that actually have more information than me and are more been around the world. Mark, example. Yes, I know you're listening. And, of course, as well, Justin. Justin's been to almost every Disney park there is. Would you tell me it was before? 11 out of 12?
11 out of 12 the theme parks worldwide now.
God, man. Man, you guys travel. Jeez.
I didn't go to all of them with him. I don't even know the California
you
one.
Give me the list of, well, here's where I'm going in June, Craig. Here's where I'm going in July, Craig. I'm like, oh my God.
Well, we have to plan accordingly, don't we?
I agree. But no, but I mean, I thought I was a traveler because I go like, away down south every winter. And I'm like,
oh, we added a new
nothing.
trip, by the way, that I forgot to tell you about.
Oh, which trip are we doing now?
Singapore.
Nice.
Yeah.
So then you're going to have to go to the Singapore hotel, of course, and have a Singapore sling.
Okay, I guess we will.
That's
good.
the original Singapore there, by the way. Yes.
Ooh, nice.
There we go.
Let me know if there's anything you want brought back from Singapore.
That's a dangerous question right
It
there.
is, okay. I didn't ask
do
it.
you want to bring another bag of luggage with you?
I
Because you
do
might
not.
need one. Okay.
No. I mean something that you can't get anywhere else.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay.
And that won't give me too much trouble.
Okay. So you saw through customs. There
Yeah.
you go. Yes.
And to find.
Exactly. Yeah. So also want to mention on our show that there's going to be a newsletter. So if you haven't signed up for our newsletter before, please do go to our website and sign up for our newsletter. And so what it is once a month, we send out a newsletter to all the people on our email address. We don't spam you, by the way. And what it is that this is going to be a newsletter that's going to have some information about some new recipes. We're going to have all the information about the build the tiki bar that we did with Mark and Paola. We're also going to have some episode information on there and some really cool facts. Right?
Nice.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
So what drink will we be talking about today?
So I figured that, since Justin is your other half, that we would do the Suffering Bastard.
Aww, in your homage. It's perfect.
Perfect.
Suffering bastard because he's getting married to me. Poor thing.
Oh, no.
That's mean, Craig. You're mean.
It's pun. Come on now. It's a good joke.
It is a good joke.
It's good radio.
He suffers, but he gets a lot too. Let's
That's
put it that
right.
way.
The sweet and salty together.
Oh, hey, I like the analogy. I like that one. There we go.
Yep.
For all you bartenders out there, you understand that one very quick.
I'm half and half like tequila rim.
The tequila rim. That's right. We talked about salty on one side and sugary on the other side.
That's
there we
me.
go. Oh,
You got
so
it.
sweet. Oh, God.
But yeah, so the drink is actually called Suffering Bastard.
It's actually called the Suffering Bastard.
Wow.
I'm going to go through why it's actually called that.
So how did the great Suffering Bastard start?
So this drink actually started back in Egypt in 1940s by Joe Shalom, and during his time at the Long Bar and Shepherd's Hotel in Cairo. So actually, he's actually one of the world's famous bartenders at that time. And also, just to let you know a little bit of history about him, he's actually an Egyptian Jew who trained for chemistry in France.
Wow.
I know.
That's an interesting
Like,
combination.
that's an interesting combination going on. And then he ends up in Egypt. Okay.
Yeah, like he's a man of the world, this one, isn't he?
Well, yeah, so it's pretty cool. The fact that I found out about him is actually he speaks 9 languages.
Ooh, he beat me.
By one. No, so anyways, he speaks English, French, Arabic, Spanish, Italian, Germany. Yes, this list goes on and on. Greek, Russian, and apparently he speaks all these 8 languages fluently.
Wow.
Yeah. I can't even get English down pat sometimes, and Spanish is like, forget it. You know about me in Spanish. Doesn't work at all.
No.
So,
You shouldn't
he
even
beats
consider
me
it.
for sure. Yeah. No, but I have to say that I'm so glad that you're on the show, because when we do anything that has to do with Spanish,
Or
you
any other
so
language,
are
really.
there to correct me.
Can I correct you now?
Sure. What do we do now?
Why are you calling him Salam? It's
Salam.
Shalom. There's
Shalom.
an actual H
Like
there.
he's Jewish. Shalom.
Yes, he is. He's Jew.
Holy
It's Shalom.
shleesh. Get your schnots and slaughtered. Let's go to Shalom.
So you do know how to say SH together.
Yeah, that's bad. That was bad. I gotta admit, I take that back.
Okay. So so apparently he got around a lot and was pretty global, huh?
Exactly. So actually, he was very cultured and popular, and actually rubbed elbows with like kings and tycoons, prime ministers, and even movie stars.
Look at Shalom go. Huh.
Shalom.
Ay,
Watch that microphone. It's dangerous.
sorry. Shalom to you too. But it's a
Sure.
word. Shalom is a word.
Meaning what?
I think it's hello or something of the sort. I should Google that.
I think that's shalom.
Oh, so there you go. So it actually does have a meaning.
Yeah, that's what
Now
I'm.
she's
hold
going to
on.
Google it here. Hang on a second. Do 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 do.
Used as a salutation by Jews at meeting or parting, meaning peace.
Ah, so his name actually means peace.
Yes.
Boy, well, he's in the war, so that doesn't do him any good. Peace be with you. Yeah, right. I got my rifle here, buddy. Let's go.
Okay, so what inspired Mr. Shalom to make this drink?
Autocorrect. Deet, 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 deet. Anyway, so speaking of his, obviously in Cairo at the time in the 1940s was the war. And so a lot of supplies were cut to the city, and so Shalom was forced to actually use some sort of substandard spirits at the time that he managed to beg, borrow, and steal. And it actually often left a mark on his guests, like a hangover.
Oh my God.
So, of course, enters the suffering bastard, because it's like a kind of hangover remedy. Like, you know,
Really?
so example, like in Canada on Sundays, the most popular drink on a Sunday morning in Canada is the Bloody Caesar, because it's a hangover remedy.
You're joking.
Nope.
But
Nope.
this is Cairo, right? So instead of hair of the dog, it's hair of the Sphinx.
Here's the Sphinx. Exactly. Yeah. You suffering bastard.
I don't even know what the hair of the dog is.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not a part of the drinking world, people.
that's basically like a drink that they've made in the past for hangovers. Yes, exactly. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So in 1942, Cairo actually felt the presence of the war, and the Lombard was kind of like the Rick's Cafe that we know in Casablanca.
That's a beautiful musical. That's a beautiful movie.
So wait, you've seen the movie?
I love Casablanca. It's beautiful.
No,
Who
but this
hasn't
is the
seen
first.
Casablanca?
Folks, this is the first. Usually I've seen the movie and she hasn't. This is one where she's seen the movie and I haven't.
No way.
I have not seen this movie. It is on my wish list on all my iTunes, though. So there we go.
And when are you
Yes.
going to watch it?
Oh, I got a big wish list. So here,
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
South Pacific's on there too. I haven't watched that either. So
Well,
yes.
it's a beautiful movie. You should
It's
watch
beautiful. Yeah, for sure. So instead of spies or romance that we know from the movies, actually it was a place where the Montgomerys, men would actually gather to get liquid courage to face Rommel. So liquid courage, we talked about this before about gin. So gin was given to the soldiers back in World War One, sort of kind of like, okay, drink this. It's going to give you courage to fight. In other words, we're going to get you drunk, give you a gun, and send you on your merry way. So that's what it was.
it. Interesting. Very interesting. Who is Rommel?
So Rommel actually is a field marshal that was one of the Germans' most popular generals during World War II, and actually gained enemies' respect with his victories as the commander of the Afrika Corps.
Wow.
He was also earned the nickname of Desert Fox. Now, I think there's actually a movie, a black and white movie called Desert Fox.
Should I Google that too?
No, we got time for that one. But it's out there, I'm pretty sure. So he actually gained popularity in the Arab world as a liberator from the British rule, and was regarded as both one of Hitler's most famous generals and one of Germany's most popular military leaders.
Okay.
He was a guy you want to bring to the party. You know, hey.
So I guess Shalom and him weren't too good of a
Didn't really
friends.
see eye to eye.
No.
No.
Okay. I didn't know you were a historian, Craig.
I'm not really a historian, but you know me, anything to do with booze, I'm going to research it out.
Of course.
You know what I mean? If it's anything to do with a
course.
drink, I'm going to be like, yeah. And it's actually pretty funny. So then there'd be times where I'll give a drink to a customer, And I'm pretty sure either. So here's the thing. So example, like if I give you a Moscow Mule at my bar, I'll tell you the story about the Moscow Mule, the history of it, and I can tell like 50% of them are like really interested, like, oh, really cool. And they're half like, yeah, dude, I just want my drink so I can drink my drink.
Yeah,
okay?
shut up, bartender.
Seriously, I really don't care about the history. I just like the drink, okay?
Yeah.
Just move it along. Make me another one, will you?
Yeah.
But there are some people that are like, oh, I did not know that. That's really cool.
Yeah, like me. I'm always like, oh, wow. So cool.
Did not know that.
Yeah. Okay, well, I have an actual question about this drink.
There we go.
You mentioned that his supplies were limited.
Exactly.
When
He
he
had to
was
scrounge
making,
them up,
yeah,
yes.
when he was making this drink. So, what is in it?
So let's talk about the ingredients, the recipe of this drink. So we're going to do 1 ounce of gin. And what I do for that one is I suggest a London dry gin. So don't do like a Bombay Sapphire or anything that has a lot of tangents or any kind of notes in it. You want something that's more like just a London dry basic gin.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to do 1 ounce of brandy, half ounce of lime cordial.
What's that?
So lime cordial is not lime juice, by the way, folks. And when you do is you go down to your grocery store in the pop area and you'll see lime cordial right beside the grenadine. So lime cordial is kind of like lime juice with sugar and carbonation.
Okay.
It's kind of a not
Sprite.
a pop, but yeah, well, it's more flat than 7-Up, really.
Okay.
2 dashes of bitters and about 4 ounces of ginger beer. So if you don't like ginger, this is not a drink for you. But if you love ginger, this is definitely a drink for you.
I did not like it.
I know she did the face.
I did the face.
She did the picky pear face, and Justin witnessed it there. It was good.
Poor thing. He's been witnessing that face for a year and a half now.
Well, it's funny. So we had the drink downstairs. So Paula's like, ooh. And then Justin's like, no, I loved it. It's great.
It's great.
Well, he's a normal person. He's an actual drinker. He loved it. But I'm not a parameter.
So as you can see, as picky pears, you do have your own pickiness.
Oh, yeah. For
okay.
Sure. For sure. We have totally different pickinesses.
Here we go. So we will put the recipe, by the way, on the website. So don't worry about writing it down. We will go through that process.
So I have another interesting question then. So this is, we actually know exactly who created, and it's only one recipe. There's not like 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, like we've done before in the past,
Yeah.
where tiki drinks are all kind of questionable, like who did this and who made that and whatever. So this is actually one of the very few tiki drinks that actually we know who created it and when.
And we have only one recipe for it. Like,
That's
there's
right.
No
oh my God, that's
way
true.
around it.
I never thought of it. We actually always do more than one recipe.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's just one guy,
gotta work
one
on
recipe, period. No questions asked. It's
Nope.
Shalom. No one else. That's
I don't know
that.
why, but that's just so funny. I don't understand why that's a...
Yeah, shalom to you too.
Yeah.
Okay, so where did the guy then, Shalom guy, get his supplies?
So we talked about he had to sort of beg, borrow, and steal.
Steal. Steal for booze. Unbelievable.
It does happen.
Yeah, I see.
Anyway, so the gin actually came from South Africa from a postal exchange. The brandy was stolen. There you go. From the British Army. So while they're sitting there drinking, he's like, thank you for the brandy.
Yeah.
The bitters was concocted by a local pharmacist, and the ginger beer was actually locally brewed by a Greek merchant.
Interesting.
So quite a little stir pot going on there of
like
stuff.
he
you
could
know
have
what I
just
mean?
created something easier that he didn't have to steal.
No, see, the thing about tiki, and actually I don't know if Justin has done any major tiki drinks at home, is that when you do a recipe for tiki, you have to go out and like find all the ingredients. It's super hard. So example, like all my bitters, I finally found a small little market store in the Byward Market that sells all the bitters. I found a coffee shop that has all the OJs and cream to coconuts and lavenders. And then I found another spot where I can get special herbs and spices. And literally, you have to do this little hunt.
It's like me with my skincare. I know what you mean.
Not easy.
Not easy.
I can't relate. But anyway, yeah, shaved head. Don't have to worry about that stuff.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. That's not hair care. It's skin care.
It's the best. You splash the water in the morning and I just go out the door. I'm done.
Okay, whatever. So back to the drink. Look at me going back in track.
We always do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But usually you're the one that's like, okay, on that note, and then we get back.
I
But
should get a shirt made that way.
on that note,
On that note.
I would love that. By the way, you have a beautiful, authentic Hawaiian shirt on today.
Yes. And why do I have how do you know it's authentic? You
Because
remember
I
this
was taught by a very intelligent guy that when, the pocket has the pattern that is matching
the shirt.
with the shirt, it's authentic.
That's right.
Like
There
a
we go.
Louis Vuitton bag.
As we talked about before. Exactly. Yeah.
Anyhow,
I don't know if she's joking or not. Do you have
That's the beauty of
Justin?
sarcasm.
Is
Oh,
there-
he does.
I do, yeah. Same problem.
Oh, yeah? When you're like, she says something, and you're like, what? And she's like, oh, I'm joking, dear. Okay, hello, calm down.
Yeah, her sarcasm is completely undetectable.
See, it's not just me. See, I'm not just the only one.
Maybe that's why people always think that I'm like,
You need to work on, like, no, it's all in the tone. It's all in the
yeah,
tone.
I know, but that's the beauty of sarcasm. You're not supposed to change your tone.
No, but if you change your tone, then it's almost like, yeah, okay, that's clearly sarcasm.
Yeah, we need it spelled out for us.
I don't want to be clear about my sarcasm.
I'll give you an example. So, some guy one day goes, well, do you sell beer here? And I go, no, sir, we sell cars, but we're flat out.
Wow.
Right? So it's all in the tone and it's all in the presentation.
Okay, yeah.
On that note.
Yes, let's keep on going. So, okay, so we discovered where he got his supplies from. We discovered that this is not the best place to get them.
Yes.
And now I want to know, if you ever get all the supplies, do you shake or stir your drink?
Shaken or stirred. Anyway, so yeah, you're going to shake this, but what you can do is shake everything except for the ginger beer. So you can put everything else in a shaker with your ice, everything except for the ginger beer, shake that, then strain it into a Collins glass with some fresh ice, which we talked about before, and then top that off with the ginger beer.
Interesting. And do you
Yeah.
garnish it?
Yeah, so the garnish on this is going to be a mint sprig and an orange wheel.
That's a lot of garnish for someone that's begging and stealing for stuff.
No, so too, but is there a lot of oranges in Caro?
Yes.
Is there? I'm just curious. I don't know. Like, in Egypt,
No,
is
yes.
oranges a thing?
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a
Because,
pretty,
I mean, if you're, like you said, you're scrounging for stuff, why would you do something so fancy as an orange?
yeah, and a whole
Sprig
twig.
of mint.
Yeah, like
Is there
half a branch.
Is there a little garden behind the bar where they're growing this stuff?
Exactly. Like, why not use just a little leaf if you're begging for stuff?
Or just no garnish at all?
Like, beggars can't be choosers. I learned that recently.
Ah, there we go. I got a new line. There we go. Okay.
Yeah. And that's why I don't want to be a beggar, because I want to choose.
That's right. Because she's a picky eater. Here
And
we go.
I'm picky everything, apparently. I'm pretty picky with
Justin's
a
shaking
lot
his
of
head.
stuff.
Yes.
That's because
Yes,
it's true.
It's true.
It's true. That was very nice learning about the bastard.
There we go. The suffering bastard.
Oh,
There we go.
honey, that's your new nickname.
No, don't. No. Don't put it on me because I'm going to feel guilty then. No.
Oh, God.
I'm going to be getting some email from Justin going, Craig, way to go. Thank you very much. Now, apparently, I'm the suffering bastard. And it's a running joke.
No, you're not. You're not. You're the most loved bastard in the world, honey.
Aww. That's
Sort
so
of
cute.
backhanded compliment.
I'm not quite sure how you should take that. Is that like good or bad? I'm not quite sure. It's like,
I love you.
aww.
Fine. Well, I brought him, Craig. You wanted to know about the Disney Tiki stuff? I brought him for you.
Yes, so we brought in Justin. And by the way, Justin is also a co-host with Paola on a YouTube channel called Picky Pears. So, Justin, do you want to explain to the audience exactly what the YouTube channel is all about?
Yeah, well, we're both picky about food and in slightly different ways, but largely overlapping of where we're looking for very kind of meat and potatoes type diet. And we travel a lot to a lot of places around the world, and we're about to travel to way many more. So
Yeah.
it was actually Paul's idea that we put those two things together and create a travel vlog niche for picky eaters to help them discover, restaurants that we would recommend along the way. And
That's easy for you to find stuff to eat.
yeah.
Because
Yeah,
we have
exactly,
trouble all
yeah.
the time.
So we've been to Prague, Vienna. We went to San Diego. We're going to Dallas. We're going to Germany. We're going to Italy. We're going to Singapore. We're going to Dubai. We're going to Maldives.
And the list goes on and on and on. Oh, my God.
This is just until the end of this year.
Yes.
That's insane.
It's unbelievable.
Oh, my God.
For the next, all months of the year, we have only November, I think, is free.
Yeah.
We have free.
That's
No,
right.
I kid you not.
One
All
month-
months from now until December have travel.
No, but like in November, like, wow, we're actually staying home.
this is
weird.
boring.
This is boring.
Oh, don't
I
worry.
guess-
Something will fill in there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll find something to
Just like,
shove in
well,
there.
I guess we could watch TV. I guess. By the way, who actually is in charge of the remote control at home?
Neither.
I have to know.
Well, we don't.
No. Someone is in control of the remote control.
No, we sure will.
Oh, okay,
We
you
share
do?
really
Okay,
well,
okay.
and we usually watch TV together. We decide together. We have shows that I watch alone. He has shows that he watches alone.
Same as us.
And then when we watch it together,
Yes.
we have 2 or 3 shows that we actually watch together. So
Yes.
we are the most perfect with the TV.
yeah, we're the same way. She has her shows she watches. I have my shows that I watch, And then there's shows like she was like, hey, I watched this show. I'm like, okay, I'll watch it later on. But there's certain shows like we're like, no, we have to watch them together.
Yeah,
you
we're
can't
the same
watch
way.
it. You have to wait till we sit down.
Yeah.
And then it's funny because then we'll watch it, we'll make comments, and actually pause the show.
We do too.
And like, oh my god, I can't believe he did that.
Yeah.
You know, and then like, okay, I know he's such a, you know, whatever. And then we're like, okay, put it back on.
It's just a good balance. We have found good balance for most of the stuff that we do. Is there anything that we're still lacking, like that we have to find a good balance? Aside from, me.
on the spot.
I won't be mentioning that on the show.
Oh,
right now.
I know. I actually have to find a job that pays me. But aside from that,
What, you didn't get the check in the mail from Tiki Central?
no, I did not.
I must have sent it to the wrong address. I'm sorry.
That would be so nice, but no.
Anyways, so back to the show. Yes, this is a non-profit organization.
Yeah, I know.
So anyways, let's talk to Justin about Disney, because he actually said he's been to 11 of the 12 parks. So tell us about the journey that sort of started this whole process for you.
So I went a few times as a child to various parks, but it wasn't something that was kind of, ingrained into me. But 10 years ago, I was at a conference in Orlando. I didn't even know where I was going to be. And I was at the Swan and Dolphin near the Epcot Center in Walt Disney World. And around midnight, I went and walked around this area called Crescent Lake, where it's got a bunch of resorts. And it's midnight, and there's these families with children, and everybody's happy, and they're playing in the pool still at midnight. I'm like, this is the nicest, safest, happiest place in the world.
So how does Disney and Tiki culture kind of work together? Like, how did you see this mesh when you were there and you went to these different locations in Disney?
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, Disneyland itself in California was the first park. Actually, Walt built it, walked in it. And he opened that in 1955. And around that time, people were coming home from the World War. There was that experience from the South Pacific and, that growing tiki culture of, it's the weekend. I want to go relax, have a drink, have some good times. There was an explosion of backyard luau's, movies like Blue Hawaii with Elvis.
Ooh, Elvis.
And,
Elvis.
And at the same time, Walt had taken a trip to New Orleans with his wife Lillian.
Oh, wow.
And in this little shop, he found this mechanical bird, no bigger than my hand. And it would tweet and move its head and move up and down. And he thought that was fascinating. Like, how could this little figure have so much movement? So he brought it back to his Imagineers. He said, figure out how to make this work. And at some point, he decided to converge the whole emergence of tiki culture with a show based on moving bird figures and moving flowers. So
right, animatronics, right?
Yeah. So it was originally called the Tropical Serenade, but we all know it today as the Enchanted Tiki Room.
Yes.
And that's the show where you sit down and you look up and the birds sing a song with the music and the flowers come down and sing and the totems that are tiki on the side sing. So it's a mixture of all sort of South Seas Polynesian flair into a really cool show that goes on to this day.
Amazing. Actually, we did a little bit of research when we talked before about Disney. It's actually 255 animatronics that are in that place.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, and actually, the Tiana Room is actually the first time that they actually used animatronics. In Disney altogether.
Yeah,
so.
it's just interesting. The one side of the tape is the actual music, and then other tracks of that multi-track tape are the movements.
Yeah.
Now they've digitized it these days, but it was really novel at the time to use music tracks on tape to coordinate, flowers turning around and moving beaks open and closed and that sort of thing.
That's awesome. Like, they were always so ahead of themselves. Like, ahead of
Always.
time. Like, their technology is insane. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Tell the story about, I know it has absolutely nothing to do, but just how Walt was like powerful and envisioned stuff and made it happen. The story of the mountain.
Oh, well, yeah, he was filming in Zermatt, Switzerland. He was filming a movie called Third Man on the Mountain, and he fell in love with the Matterhorn. And I think we all know, the Matterhorn's a very distinctive shape.
Yeah.
And he sent a postcard of it home to his Imagineers, and he said, build this.
The postcard had 2 words on it.
Build this.
Build this. Period.
And if you look at Disneyland in California, they're right beside the castle. There's a 200-foot Matterhorn with the world's first tubular steel roller coaster. So it was the emergence of. So they were inventing things as they went. The Tiki Room went on to make Lincoln possible at the World's Fair in 1965. So you had a figure for the first time standing up and talking and giving a speech to an audience.
Wow.
And then Pirates of the Caribbean and that sort of thing where animatronics really took off.
Wow. So Walt Disney, you said, added the restaurant to Disneyland. So did the tiki culture kind of stop there, like on Enchanted Tiki Room, or did it go further from there?
They carried the same Tiki Room over to Disney World, which was opened in 1971. But they also expanded that tiki theme into the brand new Polynesian resort, one of the first 2 resorts in that massive area of Walt Disney Resort. And it's, it's a mixture of different Polynesian themes, and there's tiki statues and a Hawaiian luau style show and longhouses, and, they had sailing and water sports, and they had a volcano, like a fake volcano at the center of the pool as well. So that, they definitely kept carrying on the tiki culture within Disney.
Oh, very cool. I mean, that's the way Disney is, right? They're very over the top. Everything they do is over the top, for sure. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no.
And is there any other? That is my question. Actually,
go for it.
Is there any other Disneys around the world that you've been to that have the tiki theme stuff too?
Yeah, oddly enough, when I went to Tokyo Disneyland, they have their own version of the Enchanted Tiki Room, and it starts out the same way, except the birds are not singing in English; they're singing in Japanese, which is an interesting experience. But then halfway through the show, Stitch, a big audio animatronic Stitch, bursts into the room and interrupts everyone and shuts down the show and tells the birds to stop talking. And I couldn't follow any of it, obviously. It's all in Japanese.
It's hilarious.
But it's funny to see, tiki culture translate to
into another culture, to another language even, or into the culture. Yeah, that's amazing. Awesome.
Are the drinks and stuff the same, or do they also...
Well, Disneyland, Magic Kingdom, and Tokyo Disneyland are all dry parks, with small exceptions. They've opened up now, so there's no drinks at any of those, and they're all a show. And there's like little, stands outside for non-alcoholic drinks and things like that. But it's not.
So inside the tiki bar, there's no booze.
No, but I'll tell you what.
What?
There's been a resurgence of the tiki culture now in Disney. They brought it back in a big way. In 2011, in Disneyland Hotel, just outside of the Disneyland Park in Anaheim, California, they revamped the central courtyard and redid the pools and redid the restaurant. Wow. And the restaurant is themed tiki, and one corner of it is called Trader Sam's.
So like Trader Vic's.
Like Trader Vic's. I think it's, it's partially homage to Trader Vic's, but Sam, if you're on the Jungle Cruise... Sam is the guy who's trying to sell you the shrunken heads, 2 of them for one of yours.
No way.
So it's sort of a merger of what with Trader Vic's.
That's hilarious. Oh my God.
Sam. So actually, Craig, we brought you a glass from one of the special drinks here.
See, I love this now. This is happening more and more often now. People are bringing me things now. This is so cool.
We brought
You're getting very spoiled.
Yeah, exactly.
This should stop.
So when you go into the tiki bar, it's very cool because if you order any of these special drinks from the menu, and they have things like the Hippopoto Mai Tai or the Krakatoa Punch, Mosquito Mojito.
And these are all booze free.
No, these are all.
No.
Okay.
Not the show. This is the bar that opened 2011.
Cool.
And when you order one of the special drinks there, something happens in the restaurant. So for the Krakatoa, the glass here that we brought you, there's a volcano in the window, a fake volcano off in the distance in the window. And when you order that drink, it starts to erupt. One of them, a ship in the bottle starts to, it starts to crackle and lightning goes off and the ship goes slowly down and sinks inside the bottle that's above the bar. One, they bring out a big siren and then start spraying everybody with water and like it's a
wow, it's so cool.
People probably hate whoever orders that drink.
They actually carried the same bar over to Walt Disney World in the Polynesian Resort, again, Trader Sam's.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting there the one night I was sitting at the bar with a bunch of other people and we're at the same level. And through the course of the hour, all of a sudden I got shorter and shorter and the person beside me was getting taller and taller. And it wasn't what was in the drink. It was the bar stools. Very slowly grow and shrink in odd patterns to kind of add to the experience.
That is fun.
I imagine after a few drinks, you're like, oh, dude, man,
Well, at first I asked the bartender, like, am I seeing things? Or
he's probably like, don't tell him.
How drunk am I? What was in the drink?
How many drinks? Or what's in that drink you just gave me? Because all of a sudden I feel really small.
Well, the drink I was having was in the shape of a tiki mug of the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea Nautilus submarine. So it was about 4 drinks in one.
Yeah.
It was
that's a large drink.
That's enough to sink you in.
And with the mug,
it's a large drink to shrink you.
It's also like $100 US drink. With the mug, the take-home mug, but yeah. So I thought maybe it was that, but no, it's the bar stools that were.
That's probably made for like a group of friends, not for someone alone to drink.
I know, but I was there at a conference.
He was there, and he's by himself. And
I'm not going to recruit people around me to help us drink from the bowl.
Strangers, come on over here. Let's have this drink together, shall we? Well, that is amazing. So the glass you brought me today. What's this? The glass you brought me today?
This is the Krakatoa Punch. So it's Sailor Jerry Spice Rum, Pirate XO Reserve Rum. almond syrup, Sam's Gorilla Grog,
Yeah.
hibiscus granada, served in the souvenir tiki mug.
Yeah. So if you notice anything with tiki, like you notice you said Sam's Gorilla Grog. So every tiki bar has its own secretive ingredients. So I bet you in this case, Sam actually probably has something specially concurred that's like, this is the grog that they make.
I'm sorry, Craig, I didn't bring you the drink in the mug.
I'm pretty sure at the airport, like, sir, do you have anything to claim? Yes, I have this mug. There's liquid in it. Yes, I know there's liquid in there, but trust me, try it right here. Isn't that not good? Hey, is that not good? Come on now, let me on the plane. No, it's like... I do appreciate the mug. It's amazing. It looks absolutely amazing. And it's going to be a center point on the tiki bar. And actually what we're going to do is we're going to take a picture of it and put it on the website for this episode.
It is cute.
Everybody can check it out. It is so cool to see. And of course, if you're into tiki mugs or any kind of culture, all this stuff ends up on their bar. And they have stories. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's going to be another good story to have.
You have the story for this mug already that you tell everyone that I barely knew you.
Oh, so yeah. So here's the story. So Paola does the very first show with us. And I can't even remember what episode was it again?
19.
It's so funny how she knows exactly which one it is, eh? 19, that's the one I was on.
It is.
So on episode 19, we brought Paula in. And so then I'm emailing her back and forth, like, I'm working on the show, blah, blah, blah. I'm editing. It should be good. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. And she emails back. She's like, it's 2 days later. She's like, yeah, well, Justin was down in California and he got you something from a tiki bar while I was there. And I'm like, I don't even barely know you. And I'm like, I don't even know Justin. I've never even met this guy. And I'm like, okay, he's already buying me things already. Like, this is amazing. So I do appreciate Justin. Like,
no, and he kept it all this time. He did not let me bring it to you my own.
No.
He's like, no, I'll give it to him whenever
personally,
I see
that's
him.
it. That's amazing. So also too, hey, so let's get back to what we're talking about here.
Yes.
So after Walt died in 1966, and we saw obviously in the 50s, we talked about in the show, tiki kind of faded away. So did you see that tiki sort of, did it stop there? Like we talked about the Polynesian village, but I mean, is tiki still going on in today, even in Disney?
Yeah, the Enchanted Tiki Rooms live on. These two new bars that they developed, the Trader Sam's bars, was 2011 and 2013.
Wow.
Very popular. There used to be a huge line coming out of them. The Polynesian Resort lives on. Sort of their Adventureland is very much embracing Polynesian culture in all the parks that have it. So it's alive and well. Tiki culture is alive and well. And I've been known to enjoy a few tiki drinks at Disney myself.
That you can remember.
Yes.
It's like...
They have a version of Long Island iced tea called Big Island iced tea.
Uh-oh.
It's very dangerous. Very
I'm
good.
sure. Well, if you've noticed anything from all the drinks, tiki drinks, there's more than the actual legal limit of booze in a tiki drink.
Did you know?
I did not.
So we're going to talk a little bit more about our famous bartender we talked about, which is Joe Shalom. And so he's the guy that made the Suffering Bastard.
And what happened to him after Cairo?
So, after Cairo, on January 26, 1952, the Egyptian revolutionaries took to the streets and targeted symbols that were British oppression or occupation. Huh. So, of course, the world-famous Shepherd's Hotel that he's working at was one of the targets that they actually went after, and the building burned down to the ground.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Well, I guess I can't go to work now. Shit, there's no place to go.
And what did he do?
Burning down the house, I guess. No. Anyway, so Salam's status was as confident as the world movers and shakers worked against him, actually. So what ended up happening was that the new regime saw him as a spy. And so they actually put him in jail.
Oh, no.
Yeah. That damn bartender, he's got too many secrets. That's it. Put him in jail. By the way, I don't know if I've ever mentioned, I don't think you've been on a show, but we mentioned one time that Nixon, okay, I know this is way off topic, but Nixon actually was a Trader Vic regular after hours through the back door.
Look at him.
During the Watergate situation. So I can imagine that the bartender that he would serve him knew a lot of information.
Pretty sure, yeah. Yeah.
Like, boy,
he could have worked with that.
I know, he could have sold it.
Yeah.
Could have wrote a book.
I would have.
That's right. So anyways, he was left after a month. He was actually let go. They let him go. Like, okay, you're not a spy. You're just a bartender.
Poor thing.
Yeah, I know. Well, hey, there's nothing wrong with being a bartender, you know.
Exactly,
I'm
but
one of those too.
There's something wrong with being a spy, right?
That's true. And so the first opportunity he had, he grabbed his family and fled the country.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hello, I'm out of here.
He's
I'm
smart.
done. I serve you guys booze, and this is what you do to me.
Yeah.
Really? Bread
Not
and water?
only that, like, I actually spend a lot of time mixing and matching these things to make it even better for you.
And this is what you do.
Yeah, bastards.
So Shalom actually immediately gets snatched by Conrad Hilton's. We know the Hiltons, right?
Yeah.
The chain. And actually had him build the new Puerto Rico hotel at that time. Now, actually, with the success of the Puerto Rican hotel, well, then Hilton's like, that's it. I need you to help build an open bars for me in Havana, Cuba, he did, New York, Berlin, London, Rome, and a dozen other cities around the world. And guess what? Every one of those bars had the Suffering Bastard.
Of course they did. It's the one drink that he created, and the world actually knows.
That's right. He's going to take it everywhere he
bring
goes.
Oh, yeah.
And it was so famous, actually, that Trader Vic actually put it on his menu.
Look at that.
I
Look
know.
at Vicky.
It ended up in Tiki.
Huh.
Ended up in Tiki Land. There we go. So that is our show, and there's also some information about these, the Suffering Bastard and Shalom, and also too tons of information from Justin on Disney. Thank you very much, Justin, for coming in. By the way,
Thanks for having me.
no, and also, oh, by the way, I just want to let you guys know. Not only did he bring in a mug, he also brought me in some stir sticks, which is that's the tiki thing to do. But also too, he took pictures of the menu and brought me in a copy. So now I've got some more things to play with. So you're going to see in my tiki bar some alterations or maybe some sort of spin-offs of these ones he brought me in. Ta-da!
So,
I think next time I come, you have to make me the shrunken zombie head.
Oh, for sure. Let's do
It
that.
actually has 151 rum in it. So.
Oh, I've got that. Yeah, I've got that. No.
who gave it to you?
I bought that one, actually.
What about Mark?
No, so Mark brought me the Lemon Heart 151.
Oh.
I already had 2 151s already downstairs already in my repertoire.
Ooh.
And the cellar. See, people have wine cellars. I actually have a liquor cellar. It's like,
Look at that.
oh, it's a fine year of rum. It's going upstairs. We're going to crack that open.
I have
Put that on the rocks.
I have a facial product seller. It's true.
Are you serious?
I am. Ask Justin.
Well, everyone has their own passion, but I didn't realize facial. So you and Norma are so alike. Like she's got, if you ask her for lotion, she's going to ask you, well, is it for your hands? Is it for your face? Is it for your body? Is it for if you're just tanning? Is it for if you're in the dark?
Yeah.
Is it for if you got cracks? Like literally she's got 14, 15 different kinds of lotion.
Of course.
For whatever situation is, and she always has it on hand all times. In fact, she'll get in my car. Sometimes her hands are dry. This is funny. She'll get in the car after groceries or whatever. She's like, oh, my hands are dry. Do you have lotion in the car? I'm like, no. She's like, gives me this look like, you don't have lotion in your car?
You idiot.
I'm like, it's a guy's car. Hello. No lotion. And there's no Kleenex either.
Oh.
What she hates. Yeah, there's no Kleenex. Hey, no. If you were going to blow your nose, I have a napkin.
Lord have mercy. Oh, Norma, poor thing.
From Timmy's. Here we go.
Those are not nice.
They're not exactly soft.
They're
no,
not face appropriate.
That's their face appropriate.
No.
Oh my god. Let's tell everybody who we are. We are www.tikicentralcanada.ca or .com because I was just tired of people telling me that they can't find my website. So like, screw it, I'm buying .com. Anyways, on there you will see a page. On the main page is an episode. Is the recipes to all the new episodes we got going on. Paola has her page there. And by the way, there is a link to your guys' YouTube channel on there.
Subscribe, people.
Yeah, so subscribe, folks. It is an awesome video set. I mean, I can't explain how good the quality is. It's amazing. And the places they went to are just breathtaking. I mean, the pictures just don't do it any justice.
He actually thought that we had a camera crew person filming us, and I'm like, no, it's all Justin.
No, I know. I saw the stick. I saw that. So anyways, on there also too is a recipe page. There is also an episode page. So if you want to stream our show live, like on your car or whatever, that's how I do my podcasts. I listen to, not our podcast personally, but other podcasts I listen to. That's the way I do it in the car. And also, too, there's also please do subscribe.
Please.
And that's how we actually get our show driven. There's no commercials, if you've noticed, on our show. So it's all completely driven by subscribers. So on that note, is there anything else you guys would like to add?
Well, no.
No?
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
By the way, I just have to let you know that Justin actually is in a dry spell, so he only took a sip of his jungle bird that I made for him. But
That's
it did
very sad.
No, and poor thing, Craig actually made 2 different drinks for you today. The one that we're the bastard one, the
and the
suffering
jungle
bastard,
bird, because I
and the
heard he
jungle-
had a bad jungle bird, so I had to make him a good one. There we go.
Yeah, and it was good, like
It's very
last
good.
time.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
And he's suffering. He's a suffering bastard.
He's a
right
suffering
now.
bastard.
Exactly.
So we'll name the drink after Justin. There we go.
After the day that he had to try the 2 drinks with a dry
Oh,
spell.
just a sip. I know. Poor guy. Oh, well, he'll come back. He'll come back. Don't worry. It's all good.
Oh, yeah.
All right, folks, we're going to head off and I guess I'll make a drink and we'll go from there. Talk to you later. Bye.
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 Well, I don't know about you, but I got informed. Guys, hey, guys, where's my drink?
As the drinks continue, so does the days of our lives.
Ding, 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 ding.